I'm going to create a small red ball and turn that into a movie clip. I'll name it MC Ball. And as we did with our flying goose, I'm going to have this ball start off the left side of the stage. My frame rate is set for 24 frames per second. So I'm going to have this animate over about 4-second period. So let's go out to frame 96, insert a keyframe, and I'm going to bring that ball over here to the right side of the stage and create a tween. And as I drag the playhead, you'll see that the ball follows a straight path from keyframe to keyframe. Well, there's a cool feature in that we can add a path for it to follow that's not straight. And to do that, I'm going to right click on my layer and choose Add Classic Motion Guide. And when I do that, it's going to add a second layer called a guide for layer 1, and it indents layer 1 underneath the guide. And what I'm going to do is draw a path that intersects the rotation point of both keyframes. And I find it helpful to be able to do that is to bring up the rulers and drag a ruler guide that intersects that rotation point on both keyframes. And it may be easier sometimes to do this when you're zoomed in. Okay, I'm going to come over to the next keyframe. Do the same thing. Add in a ruler guide that intersects that rotation point. And I'm going to zoom back out. And I'm going to go ahead and just hide my ball layer, which is layer 1. And on the guide layer, I'm going to draw a line that intersects or begins and ends at those two intersections. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to bend that line. And now you'll see that my animation, as I drag through it, follows that path. Now the guide path we will not see when we render this. So if I test my movie, you notice the ball follows that curve. We don't see the path. Now if the ball did not begin or end with its rotation point at the endpoints of that path line. Okay, so I'm going to nudge this over about 5 or 10 pixels. And now, as I drag the playhead, notice it doesn't follow the path. Move it back into place, and now it does. So if your guide path does not work, the best thing to do is simply come in, take the magnifier, zoom in, and check where that point ends in relation to the end point. And if it's off a little bit, just simply nudge it in place. Now I can also take this line and I can add some more points to it. And once again, the animation will follow that path, as long as it is a continual line. So here's another application of the same concept. I have a background layer that consists of these mountains and a couple of flowers. And then I have an animation of a bee, and the bee is a movie clip, and it's flapping its wings. And then I'm going to move that movie clip from the left side of the stage to the right side of the stage, but I'm going to have it follow this particular path. Let me just test this. You can see how the bee kind of bounces along following that path. And just so you can see that path, I'm going to select the line. I'm going to copy it, and I'm just going to add it in on another layer. So I'll put it above my background. I'm going to paste it in place. And now when I play it, you'll be able to see the line. So that's how we can have an animation follow a path.